All right, so got a project we've been working on for a little while, and believe it or not, even as a southern boy, I am somewhat of an environmentalist. I call it an educated environmentalist, not an uneducated one. So one thing we wanted to do, and we've been moving towards for the past year, is becoming, at Potts Meats in Valley Home Farm, a zero waste facility. A lot of times people, they feel like that they're sending their stuff off to be recycled and it makes them feel better, but here we're taking it and making it a real thing. We're taking our slaughter plant waste and we're turning it into what we hope to be a fully usable compost that'll go back on pastures, go back on our hay ground, and quit being sent to another facility to be broke down into other things and sold in commercial products, which uses a ton of energy and stuff. This is, I won't call it zero energy, but it doesn't use a lot. We're using nature to take and turn this slaughter plant waste, the bones and the guts and manure and stuff, back into a compost. So this is our composting barn. It's a repurposed chicken barn. I think it's a 60 by 500 barn. But over there, what Jack is showing you right now is we baled up some old straw. It's actually some triticale that we let get to mature, and we're using it as our carbon source. So, and also we're getting wood chips from local tree services. We're mixing that straw with wood chips, and that's our base layer. And we'll walk down here as we're talking. So you got to put down a base layer of carbon, and so wood chips and the straw is our base layer of carbon. And then you put down a layer of the slaughter plant waste, the guts and the bones, heads, blood, everything goes in there. And the microbes and the bugs go to working on it and start breaking it down. And we're going to walk up here to this first pile, and this is what we call our dry side. So our dry side is where we put down that layer of carbon, and then our nitrogen source that we cover with is chicken litter. So we live in chicken country, and so we have access to chicken litter, and this is some chicken litter here that we use for our nitrogen source. And when we walk in, I'll show you. Give a shout out to Trey and those guys over at Bell Precision Tool. I gave them an idea in my head for a barrel dumper, and so Bell Precision Tool and Bell Buckle, they built this barrel dumper for us. And you can see this is our slaughter plant waste. So this is everything out of the slaughter plant, and this barrel dumper will go in. We put down, I don't know, 8, 10, 12 inches of that carbon. So there's your carbon source, and that's to absorb the liquid, and you can see it. So Jack will come in here, and this is 3 drums of the slaughter plant waste that's dumped here. And so he'll keep dumping it, and then he'll cover it up with the chicken litter. Dump some more chicken litter, dump some more chicken litter, and then when he works his way out, we'll show you what we're doing on the other end. So this stuff stays inside this, I don't know, we call them composting bins, but we just use this to contain it. But it goes in there, and it'll stay, and you can see this is how high it builds up, and then as it composts, you'll see it dropping down like that. Well, it stays in this side for about 8 weeks, about 2 months. It'll stay in there. And we're doing our cardboard and everything. All paper products out of the slaughter plant are coming in here. Anything that'll break down comes right here. So right now, the only waste that we're sending out of the plant is plastics, and we're working on a way to do that also. But anyway, so it'll stay over here. This morning, Jack moved a section of about, I don't know, about here to there. He moved the section out of what we call the dry side and put it into the wet side. So here we break it down out of there, out of that bin, and put it over here. So here we mix it back together and we add water, and it'll stay over here for another 3 or 4 months to get broke down. So you can see how clumpy this is. This is what he took out this morning and mixed together. This has been out for a couple of months. You can see it's a little finer. This over here is almost finished. And so if you look, if you dig in here, it's just turning into dirt. And smells like mulch, really. And this has still got a little ways to go. It's still building some heat. What's crazy about this is just the natural breaking down process. These piles will get up to 150, 160 degrees internal. And that's what's doing the breaking down. And so this pile will still need to be turned a time or two more. And then it'll be ready to spread on fields. And it's crazy to me how fast nature works to do this stuff. But that is your slaughter plant and the place you buy your meat being concerned about the environment, and instead of trucking this stuff all over the country and turning it back into different products, we're putting it right back on the ground to rebuild the soil. And we're hoping that in a year's time we'll have several hundred tons of this, and we'll come back later and do a nutritional sample on it and let you know. But that is been my vision for a couple 3 years, to be a zero waste facility, that we're taking all of our waste and we're using it right back here and turning a waste product. Now that's a lot of work. A lot of people think I'm doing it to try to save money. It's absolutely not saving any dollars at all. It's costing money. Jack spends a lot of time in here working with this stuff, but that's what we're doing. And I just want to give you a little insight behind the scenes of what I guess a environmentally conscious company should be doing. And I just think this is a natural progression for us. And yeah, and hopefully it's worth something to you.